Hello, this is Karen's Daily Creature Comforts for the day of July 27th, 2017. Welcome back, all subscribers. Hello, all new viewers. It's going to be a wonderful day. You've pulled some really good cards. When you pull nines, you pull two nines. And yesterday it was like two twos. So two nines indicates prosperity. So I'm using Doreen Virtue's Angel Tarot cards, and by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine, and we've got some beautiful symbolism here. It's the Nine of Swords you've picked. Now, let's talk about the symbolism of the card, because this will take us into the story beautifully. We have fireflies in this card. They're lit up. That's the magical. That indicates that all living creatures are a part of the God spark, and they are, when you think of fireflies, when you think of something magical. So they indicate that there's something magical and inspirational going on in this card. We have 9 unicorns. One unicorn is being stoic and watching the other unicorns rest peacefully, and he's being on point, and he is watching out for the rest of the unicorns. We have a beautiful magical waterfall in the background. This indicates the negative energy, the pent-up emotions that would be good thing to release, so that you don't create negativity from worry. You know, usually the Nine of Swords card talks about that it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you worry to the point of obsession, then you start pulling to yourself some of these things that you fear. So it's caution not to worry or obsess to the point of frenzy. The waterfall indicates release that pent-up negative emotion in a healthy way. And then we have moving on. We're moving on to the High Priestess card. That indicates, and this is indicative of us, of where we're at. Now, yeah, so it's like don't look before you leap. And it's not a time to act, it's a time to go inwardly. Here, the symbolism on this card is beautiful. We have 2 pillars of different colors. One is light and one is darker. This could indicate the dualities of life, like light and dark, good and whatever. And also we have our Empress. She is wearing a cross of equal size. This indicates that we need to keep our faith in balance. It's not, we don't need to teeter-totter to the extremes. We need to keep our faith, but it needs to be balanced in reality. And it's like not judging people, allowing them to walk their paths without intervening, that kind of thing. You know, help them if they ask for help, but don't sit in judgment. Here we have the Book of Knowledge as it's open. It's like the biblical tree of knowledge, and it's completely open to whoever seeks it. You know, seek and ye shall find. Knock and the door shall be open. And the Empress's dress is turning to water, which indicates the emotion, but also to me it indicates that she has tapped into the consciousness, the super consciousness of life, and all answers are available to her. She can tap into the Akashic records, and because that her dress is turning into water, it symbolizes to me the vast universe, and the fact that her book, and most typical tarot card decks, there is the mysteries of life, but they're hidden. Here, they're completely open. That symbolizes that if you do go within, if you look, if you meditate, the answers to life are there for you if you seek them. You just have to pay attention. And they're open to everyone, not just to you, but to everyone, which is a beautiful thing. This is crossed by the Emperor card. And here in this Emperor, he is wearing gold jewelry, which signifies that he's royalty. He has a lute, which is not typical for the emperors. This means that they're softening this particular emperor, because all emperors love the beauty of art. Who didn't like being entertained by the court? He brought in entertainers to entertain them, and they entertain beautifully. So that lute reminds the emperor that he has a softer side to him. He doesn't. The sword here, honoring Archangel Michael, is there. He's not hoisting it. It's there just in case he needs to protect his empire. So he's not in a defensive space. He's honoring the emperor role by being more neutral. And also in the background we see the lights of the city. He is within his palace looking out. The house, the structure that he is in, indicates the structure of society. Now the empress is not, she's outside. In this tarot card deck, she's outside. She's not within a structure. The emperor speaks more of structure or rational thought. So that just the idea of having a lute is new to the emperor, because he's mostly rational. He's mostly of the rational mind. And then that's crossing us, so that's the environment. So if we're feeling like there's a patriarchal influence or kind of a stagnancy based on the rules or government, it's not happenstance. Yeah, that energy is definitely there. And it, but we're not victims. And I'm not telling you, I'm letting you find your way to your answers. So if any of this lights up true for you, hey, hallelujah, you had an epiphany. And all good teachers let people find their own answers. They don't go, here's the only one and only answer. Knight of Air is above us, meaning that's our near future. In this card we have the unicorn, his brilliance of mind, or his purity is symbolized by his unicorn being vibrant with a light. And on the bridle he's wearing the astrological signs of Capricorn and Aquarius, because those are the two signs that govern the Knight of Swords card. The Capricorn is more governed in earth, and the Aquarius is more, I think has to do with, is not as, they're not as, never mind. You come to your own conclusion. And then we have him wearing the red dragon, which indicates the knight's passion for his journey and his project. He has the sword, and it's in the knight's sword is lit up. That indicates his courage, faith, and determination. And that's pretty much the symbolism of that card. Beautiful card, isn't it? Here, the Knight of Swords, the Ace of Coins talks about, we'll get back to that card. The Ace of Coins talks about a beautiful opportunity being offered to us. It could be a new job. It could be somebody who wants to mentor us and offers a brilliant new, introduce us to the right people. So like if you need an agent, for an example, an agent works in the field of producers and knows how to attract those projects that having an agent would serve. And so there's important documents or contracts would be highlighted here. So these are just the beginning stages, but definitely if you think positively, these things will manifest beautifully. And I noticed the theme here is to stay positive, because with the Nine of Swords, people were coming in worrying too much. But with the Nine of Coins, that's our outcome position. This indicates that you've definitely worked hard for what you've gotten. Nobody handed you your abundance. It's like this card is pulled normally when people are in a retirement and they do have a little something in their IRA account, or they have something put aside for their golden years. So that indicates through hard work you will attain, and keeping your thoughts positive, you will attain this and more. It also indicates that we're enjoying the fruits of our labors, that we have ample time to sit back and enjoy a little luxuries, the time to enjoy weekends off, that kind of thing, and to enjoy luxuries of life. It also indicates that it would be, if you are considering self-employment, this would be successful. This would be really successful. So the Ace of Coins, that could be somebody offering you self-employment, like the ability to, maybe they're going to let you, or introduce you to the right people, or introduce you to the right books, or introduce you to, if you're going to write a book, for example, send you down the right path, tell you that you have the right idea, which you probably do if you're listening to this reading. Knight of Swords, it talks about don't just dash in, like make sure you do research. No rash decisions, like, okay, here comes an opportunity. The Knight of Swords is coming. But make sure it's grounded, like you don't just act at the wrong time, but it does indicate that there's going to be change coming shortly. This could be a younger individual, or it could be somebody who's intelligent, decisive, idealistic, tireless, but it's, again, maybe they're the ones that are going to offer you this brilliant opportunity. So when you see a Knight of Swords, that's cutting through adversity. Like, yay, we're going finally. So this is like the impetus for the Ace of Coins, the Knight of Swords. And again, with the Emperor card, this talks about, it also could indicate that you're not organized, that some of your stuff is, if you're like doing a self-employment venture, then you have good, brilliant ideas. It's not that. It's just that you need the right people to send you down the right avenues, the right courses, so that you don't waste valuable time or money and that kind of thing. So the Emperor speaks of somebody coming to show you how to get organized, or the fact that you need to be a little bit more organized. The High Priestess card here this is our where we're at currently, talks about how you're in a space where you're not rushing, you're having patience, you're going inwardly, you're getting redirected by a meditative practice, or you're listening to your own intuition, and then you're acting on that. But it's like a solid foundation. Again, with the Emperor, it's like the Emperor could be a politician. That's kind of the energy that's around us right now. But the High Priestess is not anything like the Emperor, because it's going within. It's like no further activity needs to be done except withdrawing, reflecting, doing our meditation work. It talks about tapping into the consciousness that's on the planet right now. It's not about doing any more mental work. It's about the opposite of being in your analyzer. It's about being in your intuitive space. And now I'm going to ask the Supreme Being to guide me towards any other further messages that need to be tie up loose ends, so to speak, so we don't drop stitches. Yeah, so the Supreme Being goes, you need to take stock of where your attention is. Like if you're... And then listen to what the Supreme Being says in meditation or quiet prayer. And then he's redirecting you back to the necessary steps associated with having a more grounded, prosperous life. So if he says anything like go back to school, then maybe you should check it out. Or if he's saying, take a class, meditation class, and you should check it out, or anything like that. Take a yoga class, or I want you to work over here at this kind of job. I want you to work in a health food store. Then check it out, because that's the Supreme Being coming through. Yeah, so he says, she says, God, Goddess says, that he wants you to tune in more to him, her consciousness, to get your answers other than, instead of reacting to the news media, because that basically is a waste of time. There's not something we can't control. There's very few people that can get involved in that, and even the ones that are involved don't want to be around that kind of energy. So I mean, I'm not saying that everybody should, but seriously, that's what the Supreme Being's saying. He says, you need to listen to him, he, she, God, Goddess, to find out what it is that you should concentrate on to make your life more meaningful for you, prosperous, that kind of thing. Satisfying, fulfilling. Yeah, and if you need help, he says, please reach out and ask for help. And that's, the qualifier is if. So. And the Supreme Being says that everything's going to be work out fine, and you're going to be rewarded for your patience. So that's kind of why the High Priestess card was shown. Because in that space, in the quiet you shall know me. In that space, you will hear, Supreme Being or God or whoever your deity is, and he, she, God, Goddess will tell you what it is that you need to know. Yeah, and he's saying about the importance of staying positive. Look at the life through a glass half full, because when we stay positive, we get answers back in a positive vibration. But part of the prayer is being positive, or at least neutral. Okay, thank you so much. I hope that's been an informative, fun reading for you. It's been really wonderful for me. I'm so honored to do this reading. And this is Karen Summers saying goodbye. Hope you have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.